sis. So I'm here to tell you that do not wait for the perfect moment to come. So Kanye West once said in a song, even if you're not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. So what does it mean? I think we all know what it means, this quote, that if you are not ready for something in this life, you cannot wait forever to be prepared, because it will eventually come. For example, we were not ready to be born, or we are not ready to find love. It just comes. In general, we are not ready for life. It just comes like the day. Even if we are not ready for the day, the sun will come out eventually. So I think we all have seen or heard the Nike's slogan, the just do it. And I think this phrase is very underrated, because just do it. You don't have to be prepared. You don't have to be ready. Just go for it. I want you to realize that you don't have to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect time, or for anyone, or for anything at all to start doing what you actually want. It's okay to accept other people's help, but it's not a mandatory thing to wait for other people's help. You have to do things by your own. You have to start telling yourself that you need to do these things, For example, you want to start going to the gym, or eating more healthy, or you want to start a business. These kind of things, you have to do it on your own. No one will come for you and make you and force you to do those things, because the things that you want to do are your goals. These are your inspirations, and no one will come for you to help you do the things that you want. You get me? So we need to start telling ourselves that the things that we want to do in this life, we have to do it by our own. No one can help us. You can accept other people's help, but don't wait for other people's help to start doing or to continue doing the things that you want. I don't know if that makes sense. But let's say, for example, that you already know that someone won't come and help you or save you. Okay, let's say that you already started, but you are not getting the results that you wanted because you're a perfectionist. Or you cannot start because you don't have the right things to have. But I want you to know that at least make it exist. At least start with what you have. You want to start a business, but you don't have the resources that you want. At least make your slogan. At least make your logo. Register that brand. At least start with something. At least make it exist. Start planning. And once you have everything that you planned, just start. Once you start, you can make it good later. Even if you don't like how it's starting the thing that you want, you can make it good later. You can make it better, because when you're trying to achieve a goal, it is step by step. You don't go and climb the ladder from the first ladder to the last ladder in 1 second. It takes time, So let's say like you already have a plan. I want you to not tell anyone about your next move. Do not tell them, because imagine you plan something and you're telling everyone, yes, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then it doesn't end up happening because of God's plan is not the right moment. Please stop telling other people about your plans. Let them see your results. It's not good for you to always telling people what you're gonna do, and then not end up doing it. Just do it, and then you can tell people, oh, I did that. So from now on, if you want to do something, do not tell people, yes, I'm gonna do this. you tell them after you have done the thing, and you say, I did this. Because that's how are you going to start making the things that you really want in this life. Because when you're on the process of doing something, people are gonna ask you, how is it? And you're gonna be like, yeah, it's doing fine. What if that doesn't end up fine? So keep it a secret, whatever you want to do, and just let other people see your results. I want you to stop thinking that your desires, that your dreams are unrealistic. In this life, everything is possible. Like literally everything is possible. Like you can think that this thing cannot happen for you, but why wouldn't that happen for you? It's just we are surrounded in a society that makes these dreams too far from our reach. If your dream is to live in New York, that's literally possible. Even if you live in the smallest town in, I don't know, in the smallest towns of France or in China, I don't know. Like you could believe in that life. You just have to believe that you can do it. Now I want you to think of something. Imagine that your future was shown to you and you see that you achieved your goals and everything, but they tell you that if you do not take action now, that doesn't end up happening. So what would you do? What would you do now so that your future that you have seen will end up happening? So I want you to think of that every day you don't feel like doing your goals, your achievements. You know, every day that you don't feel like doing something, I want you to think about this. So I want to end the video with the Michael Jackson theory. So he had a theory that if he had an idea, he had to make that idea into existence before that idea went to Prince. Like Prince was like his, not enemy, but you know, these days there's always competition between musicians, rappers, actors. So Prince was like his other, what person will compare to him. So he had this idea that if the idea that came into his mind wasn't developed in a short amount of time, if he didn't make that exist quickly, that idea will, the universe, let's say, or God, will take that idea from him and will put it into Prince's mind. So I want you to think that if you have, for example, a business idea, or you have, I don't know, a plan, go make that plan, go make that exist, because you can, that idea is not that it will be taken from you, but you will see that other people did it and you'll be like, oh, I had this idea too. But the difference between the person that had success with that idea and with me is that I didn't make that idea exist. I didn't make it into existence. So I want you to think of that, these reflections I made you to think about. And that's it. I hope you really like this video. Subscribe if you feel to, and give it a like.